Hello again. We will be working on ranking up in JavaScript again. So let's train and see what CodeWars has. As it loads up, just a reminder that my job is not to try to do things in one line, but instead to write code that's obviously functional, that is efficient, and that can be maintained for next people if this was a project. So let's see. Route 13 is a simple letter substitution cipher that replaces a letter with the letter 13 letters after it in the alphabet. So how does it impact the Caesar cipher? Create a function that takes a string and return the string ciphered with route 13. If there are numbers or special characters included in the string, they should be returned as they are. Only letters from the Latin and English alphabet should be shifted. So, alright. So it seems like we actually have to set things up here. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be case sensitive, and alright, so I'm thinking I'm just going to create an array of the alphabet, and then in order to get that plus 13, do a modular operator so that it loops. Goodness, alright, so then we'll... Oh, you're not VS Code. Alright. Let's see this word. Oop. Alright, I got off somewhere. T. U. Alright. That was pretty good. Alright, so I have an alphabet. Let's see. And then I'm going to need a, let's see, I will split the message into an array. Convert letters. 13. Let's see. Before I do that, I have to know where it is, right? So I have to find index of message I. This will all be inside of a message for each. Oh, it'll probably be a map. I'm gonna want to return that array. To alphabet index 13. 26, something like that. And then, how do I handle the upper and lower case? There's a couple ways of doing it. I could create an uppercase alphabet. Just have two. Or I could do another check on the case. Should be more dry and therefore better. Let's see. I don't want to type that again. Alright, so I have an uppercase alphabet and a lowercase alphabet, and that's my code here. Thanks so much for that. Alright. In one of the alphas. Alright. So let's see. That sounds fine. I'm just looking at my test cases. That's fine. Alright. Then I could just, I'll eventually go back and map this, right? Okay, so let me get my logic in here, and then I'll return message.split.map, whatever mess I'm about to do. But for the sake of writing out the logic, this will be a little bit easier for me to read as I'm building it. Map. Alright, so what am I going to do here? I'm going to do a few things. So So else upper alphabet. Okay, lower alphabet. I'm deciding if it's going to be the lower alphabet or upper alphabet. We'll pause just for a moment. I'll keep the video rolling. All right. Perks of working from home. All right, so I have my alphabet here. And again, I'm going to do this, right? So and so all of these will be combined. I'm just getting it out of my brain onto the page real quick here. Excuse me. And then return alphabet. No, not yet. I equals I mod 26. So Something like that? Alright, now let's actually make it right. Okay. Return. Use some of this logic. Oh, so let me walk through just what's in my brain here. So I need to figure out if it's an uppercase letter or a lowercase letter. So if the lower alphabet includes this individual letter, then it's lowercase. Otherwise, it's going to be uppercase. And I've set that to an alphabet. All this is going to go away in a second. But anyway, I have my correct uppercase versus lowercase. And then I equals whatever alphabet I chose, the index of my message letter. So I'll have a number from 0 to 25. And then I'm going to I plus 13, which is what it's asking for here, 13 letters after. There's 26 letters in the alphabet, so mod 26. So this is at the upper register of the alphabet, and it goes over 26. I want it to come back down and loop around. So mod 26 should handle that, and that's now I. So I'll have alphabet, which is the correct case, at index I, which is 13 later. And I'll return that as part of my map, and I'll get an array of those, and then I'll eventually return it as an individual string, so as a join. So return join, right? So something like that is basically the idea. But this logic is way too convoluted and can be set. So I can actually directly return. I'm pretty sure I could do this easily. I know I don't try to do this in one line, but I mean in this case it just makes sense, right? So return or alphabet. And then put my math in here, right? I plus 13 mod 26, not 260, else upper alphabet I plus 13 mod 26. Okay, and that's everything, right? Oh no, I haven't defined I yet, so I mean if it did that, it would be lower alphabet dot index of plus 13. I'm just trying to decide if it's worth variabilizing some of these. Because again, my goal is readability and maintainability. So so I'll get rid of that to do. I'm missing the end of my map, aren't I? Yeah. And I mean, I could just have that there too, right? So, I mean, look, for someone who's trying not to return it in a single line, I've made a bit of a mess of that idea here, haven't I? So, and we could... put my signs down here. Something like that, just to clear where all that is. I know the linter would take it off anyway, but message split, map to that. Alright. Really curious about what happens here. I don't actually have any idea. Ooh, 3 issues reported. That's not great. Oh. Don't join it with a comma. There we go. Alright, so, yeah, look at that. Works. See what happens with the main tests. Nope. Input Ruby is cool. Oh, it's supposed to handle spaces. If there are numbers or special characters entered in the string, they should be returned as they are. Yep. I missed that part of the directions. Very, very good. I'm going to have to set this up. Okay. So I just, instead of just having a blanket else, assuming it's in the upper alphabet, I'll actually add a check to the upper alphabet. So, excuse me. Alright, and I'll just again try to make it go. So, alright, so let's see how that does. I wish you'd put that test in there, but that's fine. I missed that part of the directions. Now it's all working correctly. Read your acceptance criteria. That would be really good. So let's go ahead and throw that in the results. So I'm actually, because of the spacing, I think it's pretty readable, actually, as it is, and maintainable. So I'm quite happy with the way that that's gone. Did I submit it? There we go. Okay. So... oh, so that's interesting. You just took the first half of the alphabet uppercase, or you took all of the alphabet uppercase and lowercase and then swapped the order of it uppercase and lowercase. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, it works, obviously. Works perfectly fine. But what if they wanted to change it to 10 or 11 instead of 13? That's not maintainable. So... so I'm not a fan of that, but it certainly works and is, I mean, it's readable, right? So, but maintainable. String character plus character to lowercase. Nice. Okay. They did it one line. Again, it's going to be difficult to read and maintain. So we're going through and replacing, if it's an A through Z, global, and then case sensitive. So they're replacing all those with a letter through an actual function stream from character code, and they're going into character code. I thought about doing character codes individually because you know, everything actually has that, but yeah, they did that plus lowercase less than m, they'll go to 13. Otherwise, they'll go 13 backwards to adjust for the uppercase. So that's a neat solution, but again, very hard to read and maintain for what it is they're doing. Okay, so they've got some global variables. If these variables are only ever going to be used for the function, I'd like to see them inside the function. They don't need to be global, but anyway. So again, the same thing. They've grabbed the character codes. They've just done it in a little bit of a different way. And then this guy did the same thing, forward and backward, which again is just not maintainable. So actually, of everything that I see, I like our code the best. Better than any of those other ones. So anyway, that was fun. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. I had fun. I'm warmed up, and I've got some work to do today. So I will see you later. Thanks for watching.